In the first part, we did the transformation and we did the freehand transformation or free transformation like this with the mouse. But we also did the precise transformation with the numbers over here. And now we are going to see the placement. So for the placement, I can simply say Control T to this image and place it wherever I want. But I also can do that precisely. Let's see how we can do the precise placement of the image. So before you learn how to place the image at precise position on the canvas, let me show you a couple of new things which you have not seen so far in this course. We just started, but let me introduce you to number one is rulers. This is ruler, x-axis and y-axis. And this you can hide or reveal by saying Control and R on the keyboard. Say Control R, the rulers are gone, Control R, they are back. So wherever you take your mouse pointer, the ruler shows its position. So you see the white mark over there. As I move my mouse, the white pointer moves along with the ruler. The 0 point is always by default set at the corner of the left top corner of the document or the image. But you can drag this 0 from here. You can drag and position that 0 wherever you want. If I leave my mouse over here, my 0 will start from here, X and Y. If you double click on this intersection point, the 0 will reset to its default position, 0 and 0. Now some of you may be thinking that you are here primarily to learn the beauty retouching and matte painting or jazzy fashion images processing or something like that, what you associate Photoshop with, and where we are heading with the precision placement and all other things. But let me tell you that it is an integral part of the design process in any field, whether it is graphic design or it is fine art. You will have to deal with this. But if you think this is boring, this is not you expected, don't take pressure of this. You simply escape this part and will come back later, or you can do some research later, or you even can come back later to this portion. Don't worry about that. So let me move ahead. I cannot escape this in this course. For many people, this is very, very important. So we have seen the rulers and the x-axis, y-axis and the units. You right click and you get to choose the preferred unit. Right now I'm okay with the pixels. Also, you can drag the guidelines from the rulers like this. I'm sorry for that. Let me dock it back. So guideline can be dragged like this, as well as you can place these guidelines precisely at some location by going to view and say new guide, and let's horizontally, let's put 1000 here, and the new guide, let me clear all of these guides. Go to view and say clear guides, and let me go to view again and say new guide and place it at 1000 pixels. And you see it is at 1000. You can see over here it is 1000 pixels. And again, let me go to view and say new guide and vertical, say 1000 pixels. And you see it is at 1000 pixels. Now this way also you can place your, so this is 1000 and 1000. This intersection is at 1000 vertical, 1000 horizontal, or X and Y, 1000, 1000. You can place your image like this here. So that is one way of placing, as well as you can say Control and T as usual. You see the reference point. I have given the red dot in the center just to make this reference point clearly visible. So I actually painted that red point on this image. So say Control T, and now the option bar is activated for the transformation. This is the button to hide or reveal the reference point, and this is the button to place the reference point at preferred location. which you can do with the mouse as well. It will drag itself. Even in the center, you don't have to struggle. It will snap automatically to the center. And this is the X and Y coordinate where you can place the image. So if I now say 1000 pixels by 1000 pixels, you see the reference point is placing itself at 1000 and 1000 X and Y. So whatever you do with this image, the placement happens around the reference point. And therefore it is called reference point. So if I say escape now, let me say escape and cancel that, and again say Control and T, and if I drag my reference point to the top left, and now if I say 1000 X and 1000 Y, see the reference point placed itself to 1000 and 1000. So that's how you do placement. So basically when we type in some value in these fields, we basically give command to the reference point to go and place itself to that position. But when you press this button over here, which is relative positioning button, and now if you type in some value over here, it is a command for the reference point to travel that distance from its origin. Meaning, let me drag a 0 point at the center. So drag from the XY intersection, and I set it 0 at the center of this image. And for making it easier to understand, I change the unit to inches so it is more clearly visible now. And now if I say Control and T, my reference point, it at 0, 0 inches on X and Y. But I press this button now, and now if I say 2 IN for inches, the reference point is moving to 2 inches distance. You see, this is 2 inches. And on the same thing on the y-axis, 2 IN. So the reference point is moving to 2 inches from its original position. So when you press this button, we give command to reference point for traveling that much distance. When you don't press this button, we give command to reference point to go to this position on X and Y